everyone. So we decided to do recycling in chemistry, and we're just going to talk about how chemistry is in different kinds of materials recycling. And this is our group. Our group consists of Emily, Mona, Kevin, myself, Abby, and John. So recycling, as we all know, is the recovery and reprocessing of waste materials for use in new products. During our presentation, we're going to talk about metal recycling, plastic recycling, glass recycling, and then at the end, we're going to talk about the pros and cons of recycling as well.
Hi, everyone. I'm Emily. I chose plastic recycling. Plastic is a non-biodegradable material that will maintain its form for decades, regardless of sunlight, chemicals, or weathering that the plastic may come in contact with over time. So the process of plastic recycling was created in order to help the environment and to decrease the production of plastic by reusing old material and making it into new reusable material. So recently there has been a study about how we can take plastic and actually break it down chemically in order to effectively degrade plastic and not have to reuse it. So this was done using a Fenton reagent. And if you look over to the right to the picture on the bottom, you can see the reaction for yourself that occurs. So the Fenton reagent was used to break down, in the article I read, it was used to break down a large bulk of PVC plastic into organic acids. So this was done by using a solution of hydrogen peroxide as the oxidant with a ferrous ion as a catalyst. The catalyst is used in order to speed up the process and make this happen more rapidly. So this reaction actually happened within 10 minutes, and this rapid treatment has created a new way to chemically break down plastic in order to effectively recycle without having to reuse it.
Hi, I'm John, and I did glass recycling. It goes in a few different steps. So the first is you have to sort it by different colors because different colors have different impurities, and so they would react differently and at different rates. The next step is to break it down into smaller pieces. The point of this is that you get more surface area per piece, so the reactions go faster. Then the third step is to use a trommel. Trommels are revolving metal screens, and they have different holes, different shapes that let different size pieces through. And then the fourth step is you have to dry the glass to get impurities such as water off of it, so the reactions go at the same speeds. And then step 5 is you screen it again, just to get different size pieces in different areas. The sixth step is you crush it some more, just to get more and more surface area, so reactions go faster and faster. And your result ends up being glass cutlet or cullet, which is just small pieces of glass. And these small pieces of glass can be used in 2 different ways usually. The first way is to melt them down about 2600 degrees Celsius, which is the melting point for soda lime glass. And the second way is they can be used to make concrete. Instead of using sand, you use a glass cullet. It's stronger than the usual sand concrete.
Hi, my name is Kevin, and I did metal recycling. But before I go into metal recycling, I'm going to explain to you the process of creating metal. And to put it simple, any metal is usually found in an ore, and it has to be put into a blast furnace to be broken down into the component that you want it to be. And so I use iron as an example here. It has a melting point of 1500 degrees Celsius, and it has to be smelted in the blast furnace, which is basically removed from the ore. Coke is needed in the blast furnace to get the temperature that high to get the get what you want out of the ore. And in order to create coke, you need to compress coal. You need to burn down some coal, just like charcoal is burned down wood. You know, coal is basically charred up coal. I mean, coke is charred up coal. And well, the problem with this is that this is a very non-energy efficient way of creating or getting our metals. And because we had to use up a lot of heat and create a lot of impurities just to create coke, and then on top of that we build up a lot more heat and create even more impurities, getting out our required metal or desired metal. The metal recycling process is very simple, and it's very similar to the glass recycling process. First, we collect it. We collect the metal and separate it. Make sure we get the metals that we need, or any metals in general. Then we sort it out and categorize it by its element. From there, it's processed. It's shredded, grinded, cut, and compacted into desired sizes and pieces. And from there, it's delivered into the foundry, where it will be melted at its specific furnace for its element. And once it's melted, it will be solidified into its required form. For example, an iron bar, magnesium dust, or aluminum sheets.
Hello everyone, I'm Mumtaz. I prefer to be called Mona. I'm going to cover the pros and cons of recycling. Some of the advantages of recycling are it prevents air pollution. It takes less volume of coal to melt recycled iron and steel compared to smelting iron ore into metal. Tons of greenhouse gases are released during smelting of iron ore into metal. During the chemical reaction that takes place when coal is burning, many toxic elements and compounds are released in the environment. Recycling requires less coal. That means it helps reduce air pollution. Recycling also reduces the amount of waste sent to landfills and reduces the amount of waste dumped into the ocean. Recycling saves energy. Metal, plastic, and glass, and other forms of recycling saves energy. For example, scrap metal recycling saves 74% more of the energy compared to the energy it takes to smelting iron ore into metal. Recycling conserves natural resources. Since virgin materials are not used, instead plastic, metal, and glass is recycled, it conserves natural resources. Recycling also has some cons. Cons of recycling are it generates waste. Shredding of recycled materials makes it easy to sort, transport, and smelt. But then fluff, non-metals called fluff, consists of thermoset plastics, which are difficult to recycle. So tons of fluff is generally discarded to landfills. Recycling also leads to air pollution. During smelting, burning of significantly large volume of coal releases pollutants into the air. As a result of the burning of coal, even though it is less compared to when you are making it from virgin material, but then smelting does need a lot of coal, which does pollute the air. For example, and when coal is burned, there are so many things that naturally come with coal that is also released into the air during burning. For example, mercury, which is highly toxic to both humans and animals, that is released during burning of coal. Recycling takes energy. Smelting iron ore into steel is an energy-intensive process. There are so many health hazards that comes with recycling as well. For example, manual separation plant improves the quality of the recyclable waste, but it also increases the risk of injuries of the operators due to mismanagement of machines or coming in contact with sharp waste or sanitary danger. We have the bibliography here.